Hi. How I normally like being saying, it's a pleasure to be here this afternoon. People call me Luciano. I really don't know why, but my mom said it's rude not to answer, so I respond by this name. I'm from in Generation Z, so take the best conclusion you can think of. And after all this intense introduction about myself, I'm feeling like we're almost family. No? This can hurt sometimes. Anyways, we are here today to talk about art. Right? Yeah, all right. And I have to admit that wasn't an easy topic to prepare a speech. I was thinking about art and what I want to talk. I think maybe Picasso, Shakespeare, or even Silvio Santos, and I could be now turning money plants, but nothing come to my mind. Then, one day, bang, happened. Come in front of me, like a present of God, shining on my eyes with a background song. Was a Power Ranger character, really, a Power Ranger character. I'm gonna demonstrate how it happened. Yeah. And with this, we can think now that we are going to listen about Power Ranger. Unfortunately, not. Thank you, teacher. But it's related. It's about cartoons, like Barney and Friends and Tom and Jerry, and focus on how it was affecting kids. Here, I was thinking, and you are thinking too, why I choose this topic. Well, everybody says I'm a kid, so it seems fair to me to talk about kid. Before we started, I want for all of you to think your favorite or the best cartoon you can think, and let's base all this conversation on that, okay? So I'm gonna give you some minutes for think. Done? Okay. And now, of course, you're probably thinking of a really bad one. And this is because your brain instantaneously associates the pictures with things and memories you have. And I know everybody has history with these cartoons. And this is interesting, right? Because even if I order that I gave 5 seconds ago, showing that made your brain instantaneously associate with this. Parents, these are not for your children, okay? My point here is, some shows made so different in us life that we have moral columns based on them. Lessons that we probably not remember, but absorb it, use like rules for our lives, and can be broken. I really like to give an example. It's the Batman. And when he's saving lives or makes people bleeding, you don't believe me? Ask Superman. But everybody wants to save Gotham or drive the Batmobile, right? And what does this mean? What I or you observe it? I don't have any idea. But what do you expect, a shrink or a behaviorist? Come on, I'm still in college. Return for the point here. I'm asking all to forget about the bad ones and remember just the positive parts, and not the part about drugs, sex, violence, crimes, murders, or bank robbers. This is a kind of boring stuff, I think. Even though for each one has been affecting in a way the cartoons, a hero can be hated and a villain can be loved. Depends if the connection if you made and how they want to show the character for the public. After all this introduction, I think we are clear to go deeper. I think it's a good start. It's about the start point. We have the cartoons became famous in 40 and 50s, showed only on TVs. they determine which and when the cartoon is going to be shown. Just a curious fact here, some may remember that to be able to record a show and watch when you want was necessary to have a tape. So sad, right? Oh my God. But with the time pass, the internet comes. In 2000, we start to have internet. And with this, we start to be possible to watch when, where, and have access to several different cartoons that probably the TV would never be shown. Principal, the peculiar ones. A lot over 18, but not gonna count that. Research results on how this is affecting the growth of children are only now appeared. And it's clear between generations that had consequences. So we need to understand better them. But the consequences of the increase on hours on take many years to appear. And it's a really recent process, started 20, 30 years ago. Honest, I think many people will appear talk about it, and other several researches on how the cartoon can be used as a tool to help and not for destruction. So for me, these consequences about the cartoons are much more positives. We can think in a good example would be the many platforms that has been created. Amazon, Disney, and Netflix. In principle, the focus they are giving now, the cartoons, animes, animations, and cartoons too. In principle, focus for kids, right? They have some platforms that's just for kids. We cannot forget that approaching controversial and difficult topics with kids can be really difficult. But the cartoon used as a tool can be really good and has to proven to be good. A good example would be the bullying, which is a topic of discussion nowadays and has been approaching several times by series and cartoons and has given good results. We see drawings, we see cartoons encouraging and developing logical reasons, encouraging opens to new things, and principle being able to visualize new ideas. You remember that I talked about the gift that I received? Yeah, my main top come from it. Yeah, Power Rangers. If you don't like, please leave. I'm serious, can leave. So, Power Rangers are based on kids with 16 and 17 years old who have their fights, are jealous with each other, go to the school, do extra activities, receive punishment, and have to deal with things as a normal person. However, one small detail, at the end of the day, they have to save the world. But come on, everybody has some demons. Now the part that I really don't like, we have to agree that it's a really silly cartoon. And even my brother could do better the special effects. The monsters are made by stunt fun. The fights are totally fake. The episodes and the seasons are completely the same, and the stories are always right the same way. Basically, all this is true. But over the decades has been collecting funds and awards. Principle for me, because has showing a happy way things that we have daily, even with some differences. Principle, the point about the moral pillars that we have as loyalty, friendship, and doing the right thing. That is things that nowadays are completely essential for our society. And the other topic that is everyone can be. Power Ranger was now one of the first hero cartoons to put girls, black guys, and gay as protagonists. And this is something really important because, as we know, when you have the watch and experience in the lives, we can associate to this and make, and when we are trying to create ideals, these are essential. Now, to close my thought, I would like to do experimental with all of you, about memory, because along the time, cartoons have brought to our lives a lot of things. And in the days with work, jobs, family and friends, we end up forgetting this, what we want to be, what we want, like going to the moon, or finally let the coyote get the roadrunner. It would be a dream, personally. But often going back and remember this are essential. Because we most of the time lost what we want and what these cartoons brought to us. So I think now the time, I want to everybody close their eyes, please, including Do. Okay. I want, remember that I said about your favorite cartoon, one that you really like. Close your eyes, everybody. And I want to think on them. More specific, try to imagine a scene that you really like of this character. And now, all this in this scene probably he's saying something important, or have a music, or something related to this. I want you to remember this. Everybody done? Okay. I think I'm gonna do this too, so give me a second for I think in my favorite cartoon, and I can help you to understand better what I want to say. So, I think I'm done. I'm gonna count to 3, and everybody gonna open their eyes, okay, and say it out loud, the phrase that you think. Good? So, 1, 2, 3. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And with this, I want to give that everybody can be a kid, and even after the possibilities, we can dream. So thank you very much.